And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. For those out there on the job hunt currently, do you think you are presenting yourself as the absolute best candidate for employers, those who are looking at you, recruiters? You may have heard of important hard or job skills, which are the skills specifically related to and necessary for your desired position. Like if you're a reporter, you need to learn how to go out and report. But soft skills are just as important. Joining us to talk about it and to explain it, human resources expert Hilda Marcel. Glad to have you here on The Factor Uncensored. So when we hear about soft skills, exactly what is that?
Soft skills are the way that you engage others, you exchange information, and you exude your emotions. Hard skills is what you do. Soft skills is who you are.
Give me an example of bad soft skills.
So we were talking about last show about rudeness, right? So a bad soft skill will be a person who does not have great or even effective or transferable communication skills. They don't know how to communicate. I always say we are in a communication crisis. People don't know how to talk to each other, reason with one another. And so one of the areas that's really hard pressed is people who can't receive feedback. Nobody wants feedback anymore, right? And so how can
your feelings will get hurt.
Oh yeah, I get offended. You know, you hurt my feelings. You know, you don't like me.
Right.
You know, you picking on me. When that's part of being on the job, that's part of professional development. We used to call it professional development. Now we call that it's transformational kind of employment. But yeah, communication skills, being on a team. People, you know, we're so isolated. We like to do things I'm an introvert, extrovert kind of thing. And so people are more individualized. They want to be individual contributors. Well, the workforce...
And that's selfishness, wanting all the credit.
Yeah, that's definitely.
And for those who are looking for the question of, is this generational? Is this something with Gen Z? Is this something with millennials? Or has it been going on forever?
I think it's been going on forever. I think it's something...
but now you're bringing attention to it.
Now they're bringing attention to it because now it's at the dire need. People are getting hurt because of it, right? People get mad. Now, you know, back in the day, you used to come to a fight with your fist. Now you coming with AK-47s. You know, you're coming with shotguns. And so people are coming to work now not knowing how to resolve issues, not knowing how to problem solve, and so they go get other things. And so now companies are suffering because of soft skills, and they're not doing proper training. They're not having any training. We don't even do onboarding anymore. You know, you used to have onboarding. Well, people came onto the job, they told them the do's and the don'ts, they had them sign. We don't do that anymore. And so people now just come to work, and then they have to kind of, as we do at kind of go at it.
Okay, let's look at this list that you have for us here on The Factor Uncensored.
Communication.
Essential soft skills. Communication.
Passive, aggressive. Everybody has a different communication style. Teamwork. That's the ability to collaborate, engage, adaptability, change. We don't like change, right? Nobody likes change. Problem solving. That's that critical thinking. Be able to take something and get to a resolve versus thinking that you're the problem because you take everything personal. And then time management. You know, we don't look at time. We think time management is, you know, my time. No, time management is whatever's best for the team.
If you run across an employee who has all 5 of these problems, how do you even deal with them? Or do you, and I think I talked with my producer and you said some employers and recruiters said, look, I'm not going to deal with this person. They didn't do this, that, even before we gave them the job. So we're going to move on.
We're going to move on. Yes. People are not losing their jobs because they can't do the job. They're not losing their jobs because they don't have the credibility to do jobs. They're losing their jobs because they can't communicate. They can't work with other people. They don't like change. And when it comes to the problem, they take it personal and they don't want to get to work.
And what do you think on this list of 5 would be the biggest one?
I would think the communication.
All right. We appreciate you joining us. Hopefully someone walked away and learned something. They mad because we talked about it. Who knows?
Exactly.
Thank you for joining us here on The Factor.
Thank you for having me.